Once upon a time, a long time ago, God chose a special baby boy destined to bring hope and light to his people. His name was Samson. God gave Samson a very important job. He would grow up to be incredibly strong, a shining example of courage, and save his people from their enemies, showing that faith can overcome any challenge. God told Samson's parents he would be a Nazirite. This meant he had to follow special rules, like never cutting his hair. This is how God would give Samson his great strength, reminding us that we are all given unique gifts to help others. Samson's parents were so happy. They knew God had chosen their son for great things and believed he would inspire many. They promised to raise Samson to be strong and brave. As Samson grew up, everyone could see he was special. He was strong and brave, just like God promised. God blessed Samson with amazing strength. He was stronger than anyone else. Samson could do amazing things. He could fight off whole armies all by himself, proving that with faith, nothing is impossible. Once, a fierce lion attacked Samson, but Samson was too strong. He fought the lion with his bare hands and killed it. Another time, Samson's enemies surrounded him. They thought they had him trapped, but Samson grabbed the gates of their city and ripped them right out of the ground. He was so strong, nothing could stop him. His courage inspired everyone around him. Samson became a hero to his people. They knew God was with him. One day, Samson was walking through a vineyard. He saw a fierce lion. It roared at Samson, showing its sharp teeth, but Samson wasn't scared. He trusted that with God he could face any fear. He knew God would give him strength. Samson fought the lion with his bare hands. He was so strong that he ripped the lion apart. Later, Samson walked past the same spot. He saw a swarm of bees had made a hive inside the lion's bones. Samson scooped out some honey and ate it. It was sweet and delicious, a reminder that blessings can come from the most unexpected places. Samson's enemies were scared of his strength. They wanted to defeat him, but they didn't know how. Then, a woman named Delilah tricked Samson. She pretended to love him, but she was working for his enemies. Delilah asked Samson the secret of his strength. "Tell me," she begged, "what makes you so strong?" At first, Samson wouldn't tell, but Delilah kept asking and asking. Finally, Samson gave in, but even heroes can make mistakes and learn from them. He told her his secret. "My strength comes from my hair," he confessed. "If my hair is cut, I will be weak." As soon as Samson fell asleep, Delilah called for his enemies. They crept into the room and cut off Samson's hair. When Samson woke up, he felt different. He felt weak. Samson didn't know that God's strength had left him. His enemies grabbed him and tied him up. They were so happy. Finally, they had defeated Samson. They put out his eyes and made him their prisoner. For days, Samson worked as a slave. He had to grind grain in a prison, pushing a heavy millstone. Samson was sad and ashamed, but he never lost hope that he could find forgiveness and strength again. He had been tricked and had lost his strength. Samson's enemies took him to their city, Gaza. They thought they were finally rid of him. They locked Samson in a prison and chained him up. They thought he was powerless. But, they didn't realize God could still help Samson. One day, the Philistines had a big celebration. They were happy they had captured Samson. They brought him out to make fun of him. They wanted to humiliate him in front of everyone. They thought it was funny to see the once mighty Samson so weak. Samson was tired and weak. He missed his strength. He knew he had made mistakes. Samson prayed to God, "Please forgive me," he cried. "Give me one more chance. Let me be strong again, just this once, so I can show your love and power to the world." God heard Samson's prayer. He saw Samson was truly sorry. God forgave Samson and gave him strength again. Samson's hair had grown back while he was in prison. He could feel God's power flowing through him once more. Samson stood between the pillars of the temple. He pushed with all his might. The pillars began to crumble. The whole temple shook. With a mighty crash, the temple collapsed. The Philistines were trapped inside. Samson had defeated his enemies. Samson also died in the temple's collapse. He had learned his lesson. Samson realized that true strength comes from God and that faith can move mountains. And even when we make mistakes, God can still forgive us. Samson's story teaches us many things, especially that hope and faith can help us rise above any challenge. It teaches us about God's love and forgiveness. Even when we mess up, God is always ready to forgive us if we are truly sorry. It also teaches us about the importance of making good choices. We should always try to do what is right, even when it's hard. Most importantly, Samson's story reminds us that true strength comes from God. When we trust in Him, He can help us overcome any challenge, and our lives can inspire others.